Hey guys, Ron here, and for almost a year now, I decided to reach out to a bunch of Pokemon content creators, find out everything about them, and turn them into pocket monsters that embody their personalities, interests, channel, and brand. I know that a person's online persona is only a fraction of who they are as a person. I'm not just going to take the superficial aspects of them, like their channel mascot, and turn them into a cheap caricature of their brand. Instead, I'm going to sit down with them, find out who they really are, and turn the actual person into a Fakemon. And since they're part of the video, we get to actually see the reaction to the Fakemon they inspired. So if you enjoy, make sure to leave a like, check out the previous episodes where I created, a Tyranitar Tube and Game Boy Luke Fakemon, and subscribe to let me know who you want to see in a part 5. Today we have some monumental Poketubers. One is constantly adapting and redefining what a Poketuber is, while the other is a remixer whose music you definitely heard if you've watched a Pokemon video in the last 13 years. But before we begin, I sincerely believe that your life would only improve if you checked out today's sponsor, Luma Island. Luma Island is an extremely dynamic co-op adventure game launching on PC and Stream Deck today. The setting is this enchanting island with creatures called Lumas. I know everybody here watching likes collecting creatures, but that's only the beginning. On your adventure, you'll build a homestead and choose from a bunch of professions. You can even collaborate with friends and family to become masters of your craft. Explore and conquer dungeons like ancient temples, solve challenging puzzles, and find treasure and Luma eggs. When you want to relax, you can head to town to leisurely shop, help locals with their tasks, or build your dream homestead from a modest caravan to an extravagant manor. I genuinely adore the art style and art direction of this game. Every location is rendered beautifully, the setting is incredibly pleasant, and the lighting is perfect. It makes exploring the island and its various ruins and caves a real treat. It's basically a combination of a bunch of genres you've grown to love, all in one adventure, and it works. The music is so charming, the sound effects are satisfying, and the Lumas themselves, well, they're what makes Luma Island extremely unique. When it comes to this type of game, it's the little things that make or break an experience, and Luma Island excels in all the areas that matter. So download Luma Island right now on Steam and Steam Deck, because it may very well be the game that helps you both unwind and invigorate your love of adventure games. What is up, Patterrz?
Hey man, thank you so much for inviting me. I appreciate that. Very kind of you.
No problem. I mean, you're always number one person I think of whenever I want to collaborate with anybody, because you are very easy to do that with.
Number one? Like there's a list and I'm at the top of it.
You're the number one, I think, when I need someone quickly.
Oh, because I respond and I do things very quickly.
You respond really. Whenever there's like a whole group, let's say if it's like 10 to 20 Poketubers, you're one of the first to give me your stuff, your footage, to even just respond and, confirm that you're part of it. It's pretty cool.
The sooner you get something done, the less you have to think about it and the less like mental space it takes up.
I understand why a lot of Poketubers, they wait to literally the last minute, the last day of my deadline that I give them.
Yeah, I couldn't.
I mean, they're allowed to, and definitely it's usually the ones who are you'd assume are busier. They're the ones handing it out last. But I mean, your channel's very successful. You're, I assume, still very busy, and yet you hand it in first usually. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, you're welcome, of course.
The first question I usually ask people is why the name, but I feel like yours is very straightforward.
It's kind of straightforward. So my second name is Patterrz, but it is something that my friends in middle school called me like once. People miss the double R all the time and people spell it wrong. It's got the double R and the Z because the other variations were already taken. You know how it is? Like back in the day, you had like a 3 instead of an E or something, or like a 001 to the end.
Or a 7 to True Green.
Because True Green 6 and previous was taken.
This is interesting. You're one of the few who have an original mascot, I guess. Somewhat original.
Yeah.
I would love to know the origin of Subnoodle.
Well, there's like different variations of him because I get a different plush in different companies. He's my original creation and Nintendo can't sue me. I used to shiny hunt with a Pangoro called Noodle. And it would substitute to make it easy to shiny hunt so you couldn't like get poisoned and stuff like that. So eventually it turned into an emote that one of my moderators, Nomi, made that looked like this. And I was like, that's kind of cool. What if it was like everything? So it's now everything on my channel. Yeah, I mean, it used to be Darker. It used to be like my profile picture and on my banner and stuff. And I used to have like an animated intro where it would zoom into the island and then Darkrai would come out and then fire a ball and it would like transition into the video.
It's funny because like Darkrai is definitely like the opposite of your persona. What's your brand like?
I don't know. I don't think about branding too much. If you look at my channel, my channel banner is literally just that whiteboard and it just says sub to Pat on it.
Especially now that I think you are probably the Poketuber.
What?
The most Poketubery Poketuber.
So it's like the default character creation. When you open like Baldur's Gate or Oblivion and it's like, okay, create your character, like the guy that's there is me. And then you start like modifying to make your own one.
Kinda.
You know, I'll take that.
Because I feel like you've done everything that a Poketuber would do, all the kinds of contests, all the kinds of formats that a YouTuber in general would do. You're the most YouTuber-y Poketuber, I guess.
Yeah, I think, like, I don't know if there's anything that people usually do with Pokemon YouTube that I don't do apart from cards. I haven't done TCG and, like, I guess Unite. I had 2 channels before this one. I had one that I used for a year in 2010 that was with a really bad capture card that didn't have a microphone. That I deleted, unfortunately. And I had one before that in 2008. That was my dad's channel. He made a YouTube channel. So it was named after his company, so I can't say it.
Google.
So it's Google. It was Google.
How far back did you private? Like, what are the first videos on your channel?
Dude, I private like the first 500 or something.
Whoa.
It was like a lot. Yeah, it was all like Let's Plays. Because I remember I did a Let's Play of, I did like 300 or 200 episodes of Skyrim. I did like Gears of War 3. I would do like Battlefield. I did a ton of Fallout stuff.
But did you start doing Pokemon because it was doing better on your channel, or?
Yeah. I started, I did my first Pokemon videos in like 2013. I did like a Fire Red Nuzlocke, and that was the first Nuzlocke I'd ever done. And apparently, according to Wolfie's video on the subject, the first randomizer on YouTube?
What?
I don't know. I don't know how that happened.
At that point, what do you think differentiated you from other people? Was it just you as a person, I assume?
Back when I was doing that, I mean, not much. It was the videos weren't particularly good.
Once you started Pokemon, what do you think was the next era after all these Let's Plays and everything?
I mean, everyone's doing like top 10s. I did a lot of top 10s. Top 10 was like the meta back in the day.
Yeah.
I did a Battle Spot series on X and Y that was like 200 episodes long. I guess like the second era would be when I started doing like versuses with my friends. I streamed for a little bit in university and I stopped for like a few years, and then I really came back to it in 2019. And then I was like, I'm gonna stream shiny hunting, and did that for like 5 years. Just so much shiny hunting, so much time put into that.
Nowadays, everybody, does shorts. You have Vinny and everybody doing their quiz shorts and stuff like that. But you were the first to just do skits. I don't know, was that on Patterrz?
Oh, like the horizontal shorts where I'd make like skits and stuff. God, I forgot about it. I still forgot I did that.
But that was like, I'm saying like that was because that was like really the early day of shorts when people weren't doing shorts yet.
Yeah, I think that was before they had a shorts feature on YouTube, before they implemented like the vertical videos.
Yeah, exactly. You were just doing skits.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from. I just felt like one day, because sometimes you just get that bug where you're just like, you should try this. You should try and do something a little bit different. And people seem to like it. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll do that for a while. And then I started implementing the shorts into videos. So it felt like I was, making something higher effort sometimes.
When did you start reactions?
The first reaction video I did on my channel was reacting to like a YouTube rewind. And I said like, it was the one that everyone hated. It was the one that was like stats and nothing else. And I was like, it was pretty good. I don't mind that. And YouTube commented on it. They were like, thanks. And I was like, pretty much, I was probably the only person that they had seen that actually liked it. And then after that, I was like, oh, well, this is video. It's like a Pokemon Ruby Nuzlocke video from an animator. It looks pretty cool. I'm pretty sure you probably know what I mean. I react to Jaden's Nuzlocke, and the day that I post it, I wake up and I'm like, whoa, wait, this is a lot of views the day after. What the heck happened here? And then it turns out that people like it when you watch other people's videos.
So yeah, you were the person basically who coined Poketuber Reacts.
A lot of people started using that, which is like, oh, it's nice to be responsible for other people doing something, because it means you have an impact. I'm a little sad that the only thing that I did in that way was like watching someone else's video.
Well, what's funny is that in late 2019, I made a video titled like all the best, or like the 20 best Pokemon videos from the last decade, like online. One of that videos was the Jaden, her first Nuzlocke video.
Yeah.
And in the comments was you saying, I should check some of these out.
What?
And then a month or two later, that's when you released that reaction.
Yeah, no, I remember this. It's probably how I found Jaden's videos, through your video.
Exactly. While I attribute you for the format, I feel like I inspired you to do it.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I mean, you have to get an idea from somewhere. When I do things like that on my main channel, people are like, low effort, stealing, thief, how dare you, evil. And I do it on my second channel exclusively for reactions. No one hates it. Everyone's nice about it. Yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, I did try and make a lot of food videos. The videos themselves weren't that good, but the ideas were there.
Exactly. At least you were experimenting, and that's because you were just throwing a lot of things, and then stuff stuck.
Yeah, it's also like I had a subreddit. I would do subreddit reviews too.
They're related to your streams. There are things that you would do on your stream, I assume.
Yeah, that was the period where I was like, oh, it'd be cool to like record all my videos on stream, and it's nice to get like people's feedback and stuff like that. I definitely had a really weird channel where it was like you didn't really know what to expect because there's so much going on here. There's like random little skits, and then there's a PO box video, and then there's a subreddit review, and oh, here's some shiny reactions, and now there's memes, and oh, by the way, I do Let's Play too. So it's just stuff everywhere and all over the place. I had a period where I do a lot of like a game in a video things where I play through like an entire Nuzlocke or an entire game and put it into one video and stuff like that. It was very much like PM7 inspired. Because he would do a lot of the same stuff, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like, I like the idea of being able to make one really cool video that you're very proud of, where you beat an entire game and you upload that. I do like the idea. I haven't done as much like recently because Then We Fight videos currently right now do super duper well. So I'm like, I don't want to interrupt the flow.
When it comes to your channel's current success, I would assume the boom is the same boom that almost all the other Poketubers had, which is, Then We Fight.
Yep. Yeah. Well, yeah, I was the last person to the party on that.
You were.
I stubbornly refused to do battle videos for a good year after everybody else started. So I would do a challenge within a video that just didn't result in a battle at the end. And then the first time I did a battle video, it was like, whoop, like way higher than the other ones. I'm like, okay, sure. All right, we can do this. It's fine.
Why do you think people like that more than other things?
I feel like a battle video has like a payoff. Like you have a mini game that gets you into the position, so there's a lead up to it, and then the battle is the payoff and that you get a result from. Now, it's only been the past year that my channel has been like actually consistent in what I upload.
That was very smooth, honestly. We got to the end of your career, I guess. This is the end. That's it.
That's it. It's over now. It's done. No more career.
Let's start talking about you.
Man, I mean, I do still love Darkrai a lot. I love Darkrai. I think he's awesome. But my number one favorite right now is Arcanine because I'm a big. I love dogs. So loyal dog that can breathe fire. Who wouldn't want that? I mean, I love Ogerpon. I actually really like Maractus.
But what kind of Pokemon do you like? Hate?
Ledian.
Ledian?
I don't like Ledian. My first name is Daniel, and Ledian is
like an anagram of that.
Yeah.
It literally is. Whoa.
Sucks. That and Wingull, because I hate seagulls.
What kind of types do you like?
Types? I like fire. I like dark. I like psychic. Fireworks. Oh my god, that scared me.
I thought that was your cat. Is your cat doing the fireworks?
Yeah. I hope not. Again.
Where's your family from?
Okay.
Have they been in England the whole time forever? Probably not.
Yep. been in the, well, I don't know how far back it really goes. I didn't know nothing about my family history whatsoever past from like my grandparents. But as far as I'm aware, we've always been around like the northeast of England, near the Scottish border. I was an only child until I was 10.
Oh, wow.
And I had a brother. No tragic backstory over here.
Oh, rats.
Very lucky, yeah, sorry.
How do you think your friends and family would describe you?
Absent-minded, maybe. So I definitely feel that way a lot. Hardworking, maybe. A bit of an idiot. For some reason, people think that I just like know a lot of things about stuff.
It's the glasses.
I am like pretty dumb and naive when it comes to like most things. Like I don't know anything about music. I don't know anything about cars. I don't know anything about most stuff.
Well, I watch a lot of your reactions, so I feel like I know that by now. What do you think is an important part of your identity? Who are you?
Yeah, I mean, like, ginger hair, kind of cool. I love tea. Tea's brilliant. I love drinking tea all the time. It's fantastic. I love really nerdy stuff. Like, I'm super big nerds for everything. I love Pokemon. I have Warhammer and the Dragon Ball anime. Wow, anime too. That's big. That's cool. I love history. I love learning about history, like ancient Rome or like World War II and stuff like that. That's cool. Love playing games related to that, and for some reason strategy games too.
But yeah, you're very well-rounded in terms of your interests, I feel like. Any skills that you have that the average person does not?
I mean, listen, I'm a React Andy. I don't have any discernible skills. I'm trying to learn Japanese.
Yeah.
Nihon desu.
You're not the first.
Wow, an enemy enjoyer wants to learn Japanese. Wow. Wonder what you're gonna do with that. Yeah, I read One Piece. Like everyone's like, oh, I've been meaning to read something else. Like, yeah, I've been meaning to read something. You're not gonna do it. Don't say that. But I do actively read One Piece every week. Climate-wise, I don't like the cold. Cold, not good.
Weird place to live
I would
in.
much rather be hot. Yeah, well, it's not cold here.
It's not freezing.
It'll be a bit rainy, and it won't be like super warm, but it's not cold.
Yeah, it's interesting how little like snow England has compared to the average. All right, now we're gonna go to like the weird question. Favorite number?
11. I mean, 11 is just a cool number, but I was also born on the 11th, so that's that. But also, 11, I don't know, 11's kind of cool. 2 1s. Who doesn't like 2 1s?
It's a contradiction. How do you have 2 1s?
How did that even happen? Who let this happen?
Favorite color?
Purple.
Ah, got it. Any powers that you would have if you had a superpower?
I want to be a Super Saiyan so bad.
That's just a power up.
No, but like, I mean, with it, you get like the ability to fly. You can like punch through mountains. You can do kamehamehas. Like, it just seems like the best one to get.
I feel like Saiyans could do that before that.
Well, they could, but like, you could also transform. Like, wouldn't it be cool to just be able to just like power up and then it's like, and then it's like.
Your superpower would be just be able to surpass your limits.
I want to be Goku so bad. Is that truly so wrong?
Favorite animal?
I'm like a centrist between dogs and cats.
A dog-cat centrist.
I like red pandas a lot. They're cool. And pandas in general, I do love pandas.
You are associated with pandas.
I love pandas.
I thought yours was gonna be easy. Okay. I just put like fire on your head and I'm like, oh, that's the
like, oh, he's ginger. There you go. Ginger panda, that's fine.
I mean, we'll see.
Who knows?
If right now you weren't a Poketuber, your channel was gone, what would you do? After you cry.
So I'm crying for a few days. That happens. I'm done crying. It's been a week. I'm very hungry. I'm thirsty. So I originally said that when I was younger, I wanted to be like a game developer and something like that. I don't know if I would want to do that now because I don't like that social media for a company like that, though. That could be interesting. Or on the other side, I love animals. I work at a zoo.
And if, let's say you had no limitations, like whatever job you picked, you would be that.
Yeah, I mean, I just love animals. I think they're great. I've never been officially like diagnosed with anything, but I think I might have like ADHD because I always have like, I'll go through these phases of being like super interested in a very specific thing, and I'll dive into all the Wikipedia pages, read the lore for some reason. Like for a while it was Brandon Sanderson books like Mistborn and the Stormlight Archive. I think right now it might be like Warhammer 40k. Because I'm like super into Warhammer 40k, and I try to tell people about it. No one cares. None of my friends have ever cared about it, like even a little bit.
If you literally had a group of 10 people and they would listen to you and they would actually they would enjoy what you're talking about, would it be Warhammer?
It might be. It would probably be like whatever I was like super into like on that day specifically, which could change potentially. I'm not really sure.
What has been the most
consistent?
What was the thing that you've loved the longest out of all the things that you like?
Yeah, I mean, it'll probably be like the games that I really enjoy. Like, I mean, one might be Warhammer.
What do you love about Warhammer?
The universe is like so sick. It's like so intricate. Like there's like tens of thousands of years of history for like a specific series. And like, how did people have enough time to come up with all this stuff? How do people write this?
Cool. I feel like you're solid. Everything about you is solid. Nice. I'll give you an 8 out of 10.
You know what? I'll take it. That's above a 7.
As a person.
Thank you so much.
Time for the revelation.
Whoa, I'm so excited. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna open it. 3, 2, 1. Oh my god, look at him! Look at this guy! He's so ginger. And the shiny is purple! Hold on, I want to see the stats. The most important part of the stats. First off, fire and dark type, my favorites. My favorite types. I just saw the Kagari. The Kagari is the reaction Pokemon. Ooh, I'll have to look and see what everyone else's base stat total is and see if I'm a little bit stronger than Luke and Shady, and who knows. But we got some decent defenses. We're kind of like an all-rounder, a jack of all trades, which I do appreciate quite a lot. Very cool. Sick design. Absolutely love it. They got the ginger hair. We have the circular glasses on, which is really cool. I see a lot of like Subnoodle related facial features, which I love as well. We have the long claws, so it can move quickly. It has the Darkrai-esque kind of torso with the cape towards the end. It looks tall and slim, which, I mean, now, I'm not saying I'm tall and slim, but, you know, like, maybe some people would say that. I don't know. Reckless and Flashfire. reckless. Am I reckless? Maybe sometimes. Adaptability. And no, I kind of like that. Since I've done so many like different types of content and different types of videos and I've been around for so long, I kind of have adapted to things, which is really, really cool. I got a big attack stat, which, you know, I wish I had 110 attack stat in real life. That'd be pretty sick. I got a 6 foot 1. Wait, that's my height too. That's my height. And the shiny form, it's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's the beautiful, gorgeous purple. Basically the exact same one that I have in the background. And the purple flames just look absolutely spectacular. Wow. Oh, it's Rascal. It's like Rascal Light. Oh, because he's a little rascal, but he's also light on fire. Very sick. Man, that's so sick. I love this. This rambunctious, is that a word? Pokemon is chaotic and energetic, yet often absent-minded. Oh, wow. No, that's me. Yeah, I'm super absent-minded. I am just staring off into the distance all the time. It lives in a forest surrounded by ruins, where it plays games with wild Pokemon and stalls hiking trainers. It loves seeing the reactions of others, whether it be from fun or fright. Rascalite is only calm when exploring ancient ruins, because I love history. It gets serious in battle, where it slices its foes and throws balls of fire with strategic aim. Its flame hair expands as it achieves higher levels of power. Wait, its flame hair expands and achieves higher levels of power. I told Ron that if I had any superpower, I'd want to be a Super Saiyan. And it looks like a Super Saiyan. Oh, that's so sick. Wow. It's Red Panda inspired. We love Red Pandas, but it takes heavy inspiration from foxes, which I consider cat-like dogs. I do love foxes too. They are adorable. And the Super Saiyan flare. That's absolutely sick. And with a little bit of Gear 5th sprinkled in there too. Oh yes, it does. It does look a little bit like that. Wow. That is freaking wonderful. Ron, listen, you did a fantastic job. This is absolutely sick. I can't believe that someone would care enough to make a Pokemon for me. I really appreciate that. It's super cool. But thank you, Ron, for spending the time to create this. I can imagine it took some time. It took a lot of effort of thinking, scanning through everything that we had a conversation about to create. This is an absolutely wonderful result that I love. And you know what? I would love to see this in a game. I'd love to use this in a battle.
Who's that Pokemon? It's our Kingwin. What's up, Glitch?
What's up, dude? Good morning. Actually, no. Good afternoon to you.
No, not good morning, no. I feel like the average person doesn't really know what Glitchxcity is.
And I would say the younger Pokemon fans, and it makes me feel old. I'm like, oh man, no one knows what Glitchxcity is in Pokemon games. Oh, we're gonna go way back. We're gonna go to like 2006 when I was heavy into anime, and my dad let me go on the computer just to look at anime episodes, do some schoolwork, and then MySpace became a thing. I'm like, oh, this is cool. Everyone has like anime profile pictures. I want one too. I'm like, oh gosh, I love Pokemon. And at the time on YouTube as well, I was just looking up like random Pokemon stuff, and I saw something called Glitchxcity. I'm like, how do you do that? Go to Game FAQs and they tell you how to get to Glitchxcity in Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. And I was able to do it in one of my versions. I'm like, oh, my game is so glitched. It's so squares and pixels and everything.
Like that?
I love the coolest thing. I loved it.
You weren't scared.
Absolutely loved it. I didn't really understand consequences back then when it came to gaming.
You embraced the glitch.
And so my name on MySpace was like just Glitchxcity with an anime profile picture.
But where did the X come in?
Oh boy. So my original channel name was I'm cringing as I'm about to say this. Inuyasha Glitchxcity. And then there was an era in, I would say, 2009. I made some YouTube videos and they got views at the time. Wait, like 10,000 plus views. YouTube poops. I went on Windows Movie Maker and Paint and just put Beethoven on random GIFs and stuff I would like edit.
My first video also had Beethoven.
Maybe that's why we all got copyright strikes. Because I already had like 2 copyright strikes on the channel. Because I uploaded something else, I might have had copyright material, but that was the final straw. And I freaked out. I was like, oh no, my channel's gone. Maybe I can appeal for it, like using another account. So I made another account and I was like, oh, Glitchxcity is already taken. Let me just put an X in between the glitch and the city temporary so I can get my
Temporary.
Inuyasha Glitchxcity channel back. That didn't work, so I was just stuck with Glitchxcity. I'm like, I guess I'll make Pokemon videos. Shout out to Pokemon X and Y because I used the Pokemon X logo for so long.
Oh yeah.
The X is here to stay. Before, I used to ignore the X. I'm like,
True.
no, it's Glitchxcity. But after a few years, I owned the X to where I have to correct like outlets that are using my name. No, it's Glitchxcity. The X is not capitalized unless the entire name is capitalized. I was heavy into the Pokemon manga. I think like back there is like my entire manga collection, at least for Pokemon. I think I was like my first video, I still have it on my YouTube channel, but it is privated. It's not unlisted, it is privated. It's like young 16-year-old me with like a crappy camera, and I wanted to talk about the Pokemon manga. Obviously, I was big into Remix Studio, who's another classic Pokemon remixer. Cat 33333 Pokemon, Happy Dragonite, Luana as well. A lot of the OGs. I was like, you know what? Let me just try this. What does Remix Studio use? Because they were the biggest Pokemon remixer at the time, and I still listen to their stuff to this day. Imagine staying up at like 2 a.m. when you have to be up at 6 a.m. and just reading the manga while you're listening to some like banger Pokemon remixes. And those mixes hit when I got to the Ruby and Sapphire arc. And so the Weather Trio remix, the second one that he did, super good, super good. This is hitting the spot in the manga. Oh my god, just like the feelings you get.
Yeah, they're very cinematic.
Reading.
They're very like
Yes.
definitely epic.
Yes.
Honestly, those were scary. Some of those remixes were scary.
I'm heavy into EDM. It's like my favorite genre of music. Punk alternative rock is my second favorite. And so I like for my earlier mixes, I like to channel that. When Oraz came out, I actually had a health scare to where I was bedridden for a bit, but like I couldn't go to classes because I'm just like I can't drive, I can't walk to school, so I'm just here with my computer, and I just laid in bed and cranked out so many Ruby and Sapphire orchestral remixes.
Etika, rest in peace. Before Oraz came out, he would like react to all the tracks. I watched every episode of that, and then at the end of every track, he would check out a remix.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I remember just a whole block of Hoenn remixes from you because of that too. You almost had a monopoly, not gonna lie. Like there was a specific time. There was a specific time where it felt like you, maybe even Mew Morse was starting out a bit in like 2015. He was getting popular, let's say. But when you say, "Hey, Pokemon remixes," people would automatically think of Glitchxcity. When people were doing like Let's Plays and they wanted
The Let's Plays,
and
the grinding
montage. Okay, so that
I was a victim of that too.
all right. So if you didn't know, I feel to the audience, I feel like grinding montages, because people don't do that anymore. When
They just cut it out.
when people had Let's Plays and they would just have a montage of grinding, they would just put Glitchxcity in the background, in the forefront, honestly, for like a minute. Around X and Y when Poketubers started growing. I feel like they were using your remixes more than anybody else's. Do you know why?
I actually still talked to some of the OGs, and they said that I was one of the few who was able to continue onward. I did not want to be a software engineer stuck in a cubicle. I thought that was torture. I wanted to move to California and be closer to like the content creation industry and esports and stuff. Also during that time, I took other interest as well. Overwatch came out the year prior, and I was heavy into Overwatch. I even got a tattoo of Tracer here, or Tracer's Pulse Bomb, and I wanted to play for a professional team. No, like I know that was dumb of me, but I still wanted to be close to the scene. I made some of like I met some of my best friends through Overwatch. Obviously, I met my wife through Overwatch.
Didn't know.
Yeah, not through Pokemon, Overwatch.
Which is crazy because you guys are huge Pokemon fans.
I know.
I mean, you were basically acknowledged by Pokemon even before this.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Okay, so that actually goes back to 2014. Yeah, Symphonic Evolution. So that was the first time that Pokemon wanted to work with creators. Me looking back on that, that's huge. But at the time, I was like, oh my god, Pokemon, yippee. I had a friend that was really close to the production company for Symphonics, and they wanted to promote the Pokemon Symphonic Orchestra using creators platform, which is, at the time great.
That's a monumental. That was a big deal at the time. Yeah.
We didn't realize how big that was because that kickstarted everything that we have today. And Pokemon Symphonics was shown in Washington, D.C. Pokemon World, which is the most famous Masters Finals between Patterrz.
Oh, wow,
yeah. That was the Patterrz match. And that was also my first meeting with Junichi Masuda. I still have that picture from 10 years ago, and then I got to see him again this past World, and we just recreated the photo. Like, doing Pokemon remixes and Pokemon videos has allowed the floodgates to be open to more possibilities to where I'm helping out, other companies creatively. And so fast forward a few months, and I get an email from a community member at Team Liquid, and they're like, hey, we want to interview you. And I was like, cool. And I used my YouTube credentials and my knowledge of the internet and Discord to secure some position at TL. Now I'm in a position where I can apply my music and creative skills to the team and help out with some creative projects. But it did take a while to get to this point. I got to score a commercial, which has never happened before until I joined TL, and was like, yeah, sure, why not? Let's see what happens.
YouTubing, like, people don't understand what that is, especially in 2015.
Yeah.
Like, you're just making videos, you're playing a game, but like making music, people are like, oh, no, you're a creative person. You're actually creating something. At least to them, it seemed more legit. So they wanted you to be involved in all these companies, and that just slowly trickled into you being in commercials, you being in posters, you being important member of these companies.
There are a lot of people that are doing what I'm doing musically, but there's not a lot of people that look like me that are doing what I'm doing. And that definitely played a large factor. Like, I would be lying if I said, that didn't apply to where I'm at. I'm a black female, LGBTQ, bisexuals, rise up. And I'm pretty vocal about what I look like and who I am on the internet. And back in 2015, it was frowned upon.
Because I totally forgot that was an aspect.
There is a reason why I didn't show my face for like the longest time on YouTube too. And it wasn't the right time. It wasn't the right time. It wasn't the right time or culture. But that's changed now.
How many people do you think still don't know what you look like or who you are?
I would say like 80% of my audience.
Wow. That's what's so crazy.
80% of my YouTube audience, I would say.
That's why putting you on this kind of series is a gamble, because like you have you and, for example, Patterrz is the other guy that's going to be on this episode, and it's like,
let's go Patterrz, big fan.
I hope this will be the first one I put you in the title. I'm going to be like Patterrz and featuring Patterrz and Glitchxcity. Because I need people to know who that is in the thumbnail.
People know the name, and then I guarantee you there's going to be one comment. They see the name, and they're like, I didn't know Glitchxcity was a girl. It happens every time.
We actually need to talk about you and your preferences and the things that you like, because we got to turn you into a Pokemon. I'm not going to just make you a Team Liquid Pokemon. I'm not going to make you... I would ask what your favorite Pokemon is, but...
Like, I don't know. Can you tell?
What's your favorite color?
G.
What about type? Do you have a favorite type?
Dragon and flying.
That makes it. What is this? This makes so much.
Look at the colors: blue, white.
Because then I look like an idiot asking these questions that are so obvious, but I have to ask these questions. Where are you from?
Texas, a great Lone Star State. Yeah,
well, it's crazy because like you are everywhere. You go everywhere. Whenever there's some kind of event and you're invited, you will immediately go. You will do it, which is very like the opposite of me. It has to be special for me to actually go. But like, for example, one time I was in New York. I was at the one event I go to like every 3 years, and you happen to be there. And I was so surprised. I'm like,
I was like, "Sup?"
So like that's how like I would say you're probably the number one, technically, Poketuber who does events.
There are times where V's like, you need to slow down. I'm like, but I get bored. Because I'll complain. I'm like, oh, I'm just going everywhere too much. I need to sleep in my own bed. And then 2 weeks later, I'm like, where am I going next?
Which is crazy because you literally technically live in a content house. Like
that is true.
Like, look how fun your background is. Look how fun the person you live with is. Look how I mean, it seems like you have a pretty awesome life.
My mom actually described me recently because we went on vacation and I went snorkeling for the first time, and V took a photo and sent it to my mom, and she's like, oh, she's being adventurous. Silly, my mom says silly a lot.
Spitfire media that you like, I guess.
I'm a big fan of X-Men. Nightcrawler is my favorite mutant. Okay, Wolverine,
perfect.
Up there as well. I love Storm. Oh, Emma Frost. Oh, I love me some Emma Frost.
I do like Emma Frost.
I love anime. Inuyasha is like my all-time favorite anime. My Hero is my favorite shonen right now because
cool.
It is doing what Naruto couldn't with its other characters besides the main character.
It's streamlined Naruto.
Like, I have a lot of respect for Naruto as well because like I grew up on Naruto.
Yeah.
Digimon, I was big on Digimon, still am to this day. I was big on Cartoon Network. Cartoon Fridays were my jam. Wasn't much of a Disney kid. I mean, I'm reading One Piece. I'm now officially caught up with all of One Piece.
Oh, wow.
I'm
When did
actually
you start?
ahead of V. I started in January. I would say I prefer the live action Luffy over
Me too.
the anime Luffy.
100%. Same.
So while I was in college and training to become a U.S. Marine officer, like I went through a lot of physical training, and that made me a bit more disciplined with my health overall and just staying fit.
What are you better than the average person at?
Playing from ear, chord progressions, being able to look for a different angle creatively for whatever I'm working on.
What about favorite number? Is that a thing that you have?
6.
6.
My second favorite number, get this, is 541. I was in 5th grade and my bus number was 541. And I had the bus driver named Miss Silver. We were like the most well-behaved kids, and she knew how to control kids on a bus.
It's funny that my favorite number also is associated with the bus I took. That's crazy. This is hilarious. So I went to like a Jewish private school. So in the beginning of the day, you have like basically half an hour to an hour of prayer. I would ditch that, which you're not allowed to do, obviously. But they didn't know where I was. Like there were a bunch of kids that would like hide out throughout the school. I would hide in the gym, which was like pitch dark. They wouldn't turn on the lights until like later in the day. So in the gym, I would play your remixes. Like for example, the Diantha remix. I would remember. I would just be like pacing around the gym, and it felt epic because I would imagine. Again, it was dark, so I would imagine like I was in a stadium. I would just pretend like I was in a Pokemon battle. And I would just imagine me like calling out the moves. And it was dark, so nobody could catch me doing anything. Favorite mythological creature?
Dragons.
Okay, well yeah, it's gonna be a dragon.
Man, dragons.
Favorite animal?
So when I was a kid, it was dolphins, and then I became educated on dolphins, and now it's giraffes.
Okay.
And the reason why it's giraffes is because of Farigiraffe.
Oh really? That's new.
Yeah.
And I mean, do you have any new projects or anything that are coming out?
By the time this video should be out, I've released an original lo-fi album. You can check it out on YouTube Music, Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes.
Everything.
It is called Cozy Echoes. No relation to Wisdom or Echoes of Wisdom, even though that game is great. But, you know, just a compilation of some of my tracks that I made over the course of the last, I would say, 3 years. Put that on and shiny hunt to it.
Yeah, definitely.
Time for the revelation.
All right, I'm going to hit the spoiler tag and see what this Fakemon is. Oh, whoa! Whoa! Dream Mix. Wow, okay. Type Dragon Electro. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Oh, yo, we got the DJ turntables here. Okay. Ability Remix. I gotta find out what that does. My hidden ability is Mold Breaker. Not bad. Special attack is like through the roof, and my speed is... I'm fast. That's what I want. I want to be fast and I want to hit hard. Though, I figured that I would be a physical attacker, but a special attacker? Okay. The shiny is sick. Those are my favorite colors. Okay. And the height is 5'7". I'm actually 5'6", so not that bad. Not that bad. Dreamix are traveling performers who generate electric discs to make music and fight. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's sick. What? They spin their electro disc to produce electrifying sounds. As the colorful scales on their stomach lights up and the spikes elevate to the music. They slither around the battlefield to avoid damage and hurl a giant electro disc to zap their opponents. The cheer of an audience amplifies their performance. Their signature ability boosts the power of sound-based moves like punk rock does. Heck yeah, that's my favorite genre of music. Their signature move, Electro Disc, is a special multi-strike move that does 40 damage twice and has a 20% chance of paralysis each hit. So that's like what is it called? It's like Dragon Darts but electric. Okay, its name is a combination of Dragon, Dream, and Remix. Oh, that's sick. Okay. It has pixelated hair that mimics yours, scales on its back that go up and down like an audio visualizer, and stomach patterns that mimic the look of an audio level meter. Oh, that's sick. Its blue skin has a texture of a dolphin, rubbery to dampen its electricity. It's inadvertently giving Nightcrawler and Storm vibes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yo, I can see like Dreamix just climbing up on the walls. That'd be cool if I had like a teleport ability. The base stat total is 541. We're competitive! Guys, we are competitive! It is silly and adventurous like me. Okay, y'all. I'm pretty clumsy, so that's valid. I have like a format of how like I do my mixes, and I color code everything. And so when you look at my project, it's like a Skittle bag. It's like a Skittle bag that just got like tossed on the floor. And so Dreamix's belly is literally looks like my FL Studio projects, because like it's the blue and black color scheme, and then I have the rainbow just going on in my projects. So this is pretty spot on. Oh, I see the braids. I see the white braids. Okay, all right. Headphones. I missed the headphones. How did I miss that? Oh man. Thank you again so much, Ron, for having me on. Dreamix is such a cool Pokemon, and I think you nailed it. I think you got it.
I'm a big fan of these two, so this was a pleasure. Let me know which other Poketubers you might want to see in a potential part 5. And for that to happen, you need to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't. Check out the previous part or my videos where I invite 10 other Poketubers and we create a Pokemon together. Open the description for the music I use, the t-shirts I made for you guys, and my Patreon, where you can get cool rewards like seeing my videos days early, which you can also get by clicking the join button. Follow me on Twitter, where I post sneak peeks of my designs and final art too. I'll see you guys very soon.